Hello YouTubers, Tross here, and got a few cool things to show off today. Let's get into normal view here. And a little while ago I kind of showed off that I was building a Iron Foundry, and well, there it is, all completed. And it's actually been running for almost a week now, and wow, is it producing a lot of producing a whole ton of iron. But first I'll show you around a little. I mean, this is not my design. This is something Tango Tech came up with. He also came up with the Iron Trench. This is actually more efficient than the Iron Trench and uses a whole lot less redstone. But it kind of has to be built near your spawn area. Our spawn area is, it's basically that open area down there is where new players spawn. And I built this very up near world height. We're in an amplified server, amplified terrain, so that's why we got really crazy mountains over here. So I kind of had to build it slightly differently than Tango Tech did, partially because, I mean, right here we're at Y114, and portals don't really link up correctly if they're above 128, so to be safe, I built my portal down here that kind of keeps this area loaded, even if everyone is in the nether. And so I could have dropped the iron golems all the way down, but instead the golems just get burned there, and you can't see it from this distance, but the roses and iron blocks are getting dropped all the way down to there. And looks like maybe the server's going to reboot. They did have a periodic reboot setup, but it doesn't always work, but until they actually say we're going to reboot, I'll keep on recording here. So, actually, I should show you how it works first before showing you where the collection point is. But basically, there's 44 villages up there. You have to place doors in a special order to get all the villages created and not collapse into one. And then the roses are or poppies, as we're in 172. They're collected and sent through the portal every 45 seconds or so, and that basically, if a item goes through a portal, the area in both the nether and the overworld are kept loaded in server memory for a minute, so that's why we do it every 45 seconds. The roses are then collected here, poppies, and they're just spat out in this lava to destroy them so we don't get a whole build-up here. There's a little circuit here, a little detector, and there's actually, oh, as you can see, popped out. So there's like kind of a one output when it turns to 2, or actually 3 in this case. We just activate the dispenser to. So there's a few poppies here, but we don't want them overflowing. Now this will take me up to the portal, and I may get a little damage because there's some stuff right there. Bang your head on. Oh, there we go. So there's a timer here that shoots out the poppies, but basically I climb up here. Should see them falling down. Unless I've been disconnected. Oh, yeah, saw some iron falling down there. It hits the roof of that building, and here comes some. They get collected by the hoppers here, and a little overflow circuit. But every 45 seconds this activates and shoots one out if the overflow circuit. Ooh, it's not supposed to happen. Just clear that out. But basically, yeah, I was saying that there's 44 villages up here. You had to place doors here and 63 blocks away, and then add and remove doors in the right order. And I guess I'll show you with it after the reboot. Catch you in a few seconds. Okay, here we are on top of the Iron Foundry, and there's a little over 40 villagers here, and something like 968 doors, and there's 2 spawning platforms, one up here and one down here. And so we're just rebooted. We did get 1 or 2 iron golems. We should be getting like 1 or 2 every 10 seconds. There's one. And basically they just spawn and the water pushes them down the center where they get burned. You can see all the doors here. Basically, you had to create villages. Villages are created when there's at least 1 villager within a certain distance of a door. And once there are at least 20 villagers, they'll spawn a golem. Here's 2 more you can see. But the way villages, normally any door within 64 distance of an existing village is incorporated into that village. If there are 2 villages within that distance, the door is incorporated into the oldest village. So the trick to getting all these villages so close without them becoming 1 village is, you can see out here is a band of cobblestone. That is exactly 63 from that door. So placing a door here and a door right there on the edge, they'll be part of the same village. But if you put another door right next to it, that one will be just over 64 from this one. Actually, I should say, yeah. It's 63 from that block, 64 from this block that the door's on. So those 2 will be the same village, but that one is just over the 64 limit because of Pythagorean's rule for triangles. The hypotenuse is slightly longer than the base. And so that will be a different village. And then you can place a door here, and that one will link up to that village. And then you delete those doors and place another door over there, and that will be a different village. And you can put more doors to link back up to these, and then you delete these. So now all the villages have moved over there. And you basically do that going back and forth. And you get 28 villages on this side. And the reason you can only do 28 is because any further this way or this way, and these are the villagers have to be close enough to the door. So this is just at the edge of these villagers being close enough to this door to count as it being a village that they are in. You can do 28 over on this side, and then over here you basically do the same thing. You get another 16 for a total of 44 villages. And then once you have them all created, you move all the villagers back to this side. Excuse me, just getting through a bit of a cold. But once you have all the villages back, then you can add additional doors to get the villages up to the required number of doors, which is 21, for the golems to start spawning. Yeah, but that's basically how we get the golems to spawn so fast. I'm just going to walk down here and show you the little rest of the mechanism. Basically, the golems will come down, fall in the fire, and get burned, but just their head is in the fire, so their drops are safe. Now, these hoppers collect the drops, and they go over, and I have a item sorter right here. You can see we got 21 items here. 18, 19, 20, 22 items, and then the 23rd drops in. A little circuit here. Turns the torch off down here. Pulls one out. Now this is where I differ from Tango Tech's design. All the poppies, or roses as they would be in 1.6, we're in 1.7 here, go into this dispenser, and little circuit here to drop them. Drop them out. It basically, when this comparator outputs a power of 2, it will activate the dropper. And the dropper is facing directly down. See here. Oh, I was too close there. There we go. And that drops them down to the portal. And the portal keeps this whole area loaded, even when no one is in the overworld. On the other end, we got hoppers coming over to this dropper. And this one I did kind of a little differently. Actually, I did this one first, but wanted to see how it would work out. And this dropper basically throws the iron blocks into the wall and into the water, and the water basically just keeps them from moving left and right anymore. Kind of stops their horizontal velocity. And I got a sign here holding up the water, and the water basically drops them straight down. There's a little island down there, and there's hoppers under a half slab roof that collect all the iron. And that's where our collection point is. Hey, here we got 2 or 3 iron golems in there right now. So this actually produces iron at a really good rate. I'm going to take the quick way down, because I already showed the portal, and there's just a little platform that I have with the building materials left over. And basically, our spawn shelter is over there. There's a ladder down to basically sea level, and then there's a little tunnel we built glass under to the island where our collection point is. And we're taking the quick way down here. Oh yeah, all the way down. See the nice tunnel, little glowstone. Don't want to break the glass. This is Horse Jail Island. This horse was a pain to someone just at the server start, so we put him in jail. I kind of redesigned the roof. Back here you can see, well, let me break this off here. You can see there's basically an array of hoppers under the roof here. You can see the iron falling down, and they get collected through the half slabs into these hoppers, moved over to this corner. The hoppers come down here under this island. Got a little emergency exit here. I'll just quickly repair this. And basically, it's split into these 4 different sections. Now, after only like 5 days, this had filled up completely. The lights do come on as each column fills up. But yesterday, well, we did 2 things. We built whole chests of iron blocks. And the second thing is I added a whole bunch more storage down here. That was only 7 chests per column for a total of 28. This is 10 chests per column, and now I have 5 columns for a total of 50 chests. Now the way you get these so close together, right, you normally can't do that, but we're alternating. You can see that's a trap chest and a normal chest, and that's how you can get them right close to each other. So, like, this is a normal chest, that's a trap chest, normal chest, trap chest. The only slight issue with that is when you do have a trap chest open, it won't let any more stuff come into it because it will power the hopper that fills it. This kind of has, you know, up there it's just a row of hoppers pointing into, like, the chests are all stacked vertically, and it's just in, so it does fill from the bottom to the top. This is a little different in that I come into this one, and this gets split into two, and these go back and forth. So up there, if you take something out of a chest in the middle, or basically the hoppers, if you take something out of the bottom chest, the top or upper chest will still keep their items, where here, this is set up so if I take something out of the bottom chest, it will, and you know, the level is currently in this chest, stuff will flow out of this chest to fill that chest, which doesn't happen in the upper part. So yeah, I was told I had op status earlier to add and remove people, but I didn't actually. This took a lot of wood with all these chests and all these hoppers, so I actually had to go build myself a wood farm. And I'm gonna go show you that now. Yeah, so needed stacks and stacks of wood for both the doors and for all those chests. So we have a skeleton farm that I did show off 1 or 2 videos ago. So using all the bone meal, I found a neat compact design that let me basically make a small little wood farm so I could get all the wood I needed. And I'll include links in the description to both the iron trench and this wood farm design that I used. They're both other videos I found on YouTube. And I knew, basically I knew wood farms were possible. I actually built one, my own design on the last server. I think I have a video for that. I just basically was looking for a nice, compact, pretty simple to set up design, and found one that I really liked. You don't get many saplings from it, but it's not really the point. So this is it. Let's get some saplings here, and come over here. We have a big pile of bones. That should be more than plenty. That's the one slight problem with this design is it is not very bone meal efficient. Oh, there's bone meal in here already. Load it up with bone meal. That flows into this dispenser. There's a, kind of hard to see, but this piston acts as a block update detector. And so when you put a sapling down, it starts applying bone meal automatically. And then when it turns into a tree, which that was very quick, it activates again and pushes out of the way. So you get this big kind of wall of wood coming out over here. And there's a big wall of pistons over here. So when the wood reaches the end, it kind of triggers this whole wall of pistons and pushes it back. And you eventually get this whole area all the way back to this wall, filled with wood logs. And then you can just come with your trusty axe, and I even made one here, efficiency and unbreaking, the tree farm, and you just chop it all down, and you get something like 480 logs total, or about, well, it's total 7 stacks. You can see sometimes the tree is only 4 blocks tall instead of 5, but you still get, like, on average 7 stacks. Yeah, and this is the problem sometimes. The tree doesn't want to grow. I don't know if it's because there's leaves in the way. Don't want to get up to that. Let's see. It eventually does grow. It just happens to waste some bone meal sometimes. So that's my tree farm, and I did make one slight design change. I put some water down here to, if any saplings do fall, try to collect and push them into the chest over there. See, there's a hopper. And it runs from back here because you do get some leaves back here. But that's my tree farm and my iron farm. Both not my designs, but they work really well. I'll have links. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.